What's good, Commanders fans? Bringing you a quick video today. Had a lot to do. Let's get into Luther Burden, the wide receiver out of Missouri today, and what he had to say on Jayden Daniels' Instagram post. It is Lion season, folks, so take this with a grain of salt, but, you know, I believe that this is kind of an interesting thing to talk about that we're going to talk about today. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So, Missouri wide receiver, obviously one of the top wide receivers in the 2025 NFL draft, Luther Burden, commenting under Jayden Daniels' Instagram post saying, quote, "Let's do it," end quote. So, what does this mean to me? I mean, it sounds like, you know, let's do it. Commanders are drafting me. Let's do it. That's what it would sound like. And like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But that is kind of the assumption I get from it. Now, he's a guy that could very well be there at 29. I think he will be there at 29. I don't think this is a wide receiver, a needy draft class. I think it's more of a running back, edge, and you know, those are the positions that I think that teams really need and are looking for. I don't really think it's a wide receiver draft class. Only wide receiver that I could see going before 29, Matthew Golden and Ted McMillan, probably the two guys that I would think would go before 29. I don't think Luther Burden, I think he will be there at 29. So do the Commanders go with Luther Burden at 29? Is this the pick? Not unrealistic. Adam Peters said BPA, so best player available. If he's the best player on the board at 29, which I don't think he will be. I think there'll be some talent there at 29. He could be, when Deebo Samuel, he's in a contract year next year. Deebo Samuel, if he leaves next year, Luther Burden's that perfect replacement. And this year, when we have Deebo Samuel, I mean, this Deebo Samuel, Luther Burden, and Terry McLaurin with Jayden Daniels, with Laramie Tunsil on the O-line, blocking, yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. So, it would be a great fit. Luther Burden could play, I mean, he has so much speed. He's a yards after catch guy, like Deebo Samuel. Once he gets that ball in his hands, you don't know what the limit is. You don't know. He can do anything with the ball. He's a very versatile player as well. He would be a good fit on the Washington Commanders. I think that Cliff Kingsbury would love to have him. Who wouldn't love to have Luther Burden? Put up 676 yards last year, 6 touchdowns at Missouri. Their quarterback play was not good. So you cannot say that, you know, Ted McMillan at 1,300, and he's so much better. You know, Ted McMillan had a better quarterback play. Missouri's quarterback wasn't very good, and that's all I'll speak on that. The quarterback play was not good at Missouri, which leads to ill production. I will say, with what Luther Burden had at Missouri, his production was good. Okay, so just giving you a comparison there. Being said, though, you'd like to see over at least 800 yards for a college wide receiver, but this guy is just different. Okay, Luther Burden is a guy that you could, like I said, you could see there at 29. I mean, it's really about, does he fit that Commanders tag, right? Is he the guy that Dan Quinn and Adam Peters want? Is he that guy? Because I think they know and he knows he'll be there at 29. He will be at the draft, though, I do believe. Draft invitee. And so he's going to be there at the draft. We assume first round, but you never really know. 6 foot, 206 out of Missouri, like I said. His strengths can be, he has early acceleration to bypass defenders and top end speed to stay ahead. So we talk about this all the time. Dyami Brown replacement, a guy with speed to go vertically down the field. You can find that in Luther Burden. You could also find a yards after catch guy, and you're also going to get just a major upgrade for Dyami Brown, right? He eludes a route direction to maintain vertical momentum, natural playmaking skills, and instincts. Can go up for contested balls and catch those all day. Body control and ball skills to make the difficult look easy. And then he eliminates pursuit angles with the ball in his hands. So his weaknesses can be a little bit leggy in his short area routes, can be inconsistent in finishing his routes, occasional drops when traffic is near him, which you see in some guys, you know. Needs to work back to prevent being contested. 75% of career catches were targeted inside of 10 yards per PFF. So, you know, he's not, I mean, he can go deep, but he's not. That's not exactly what you're going to look for in him. That's not what you're going to use him for. You are going to use him for more of a guy to go inside. And we know that Vic Fangio's defense which is the Eagles defensive coordinator, if you didn't know, is a defense that it's going to make, you pass short passes and try to shake off defenders. His defense is going to keep you contained for where, Luther Burden had his catches inside 10 yards. So Adam Peters recognizes that. He already got Deebo Samuel traded for him. Does he continue to see that scheme of Vic Fangio and say, we're going to try to just dominate that scheme this year and get another weapon for Jayden Daniels in year 2? Does he say that? I think he could. I think it's a solid option, and I think that the Commanders could go with Luther Burden. But, however, I don't think that, is the most likely pick. But I could see it happen. And like I said, that Vic Fangio defense, they make you pass the ball short. They make you make short catches. And what does Luther Burden do well? He's a yards after catch guy. He's Deebo Samuel, but faster. Luther Burden is a Deebo Samuel, but faster, and really able to shake defenders, kind of like a running back, honestly. He has more of a receiver build than Deebo Samuel, though, and he just gets it done. But I will say that with the trend we've seen with the Commanders and wide receivers and the guys they've worked out, the guys they've shown interest in, they've been bigger guys. Luther Burden, only 6 foot. They like guys like Dante Thornton, who's 6'5", Pat Bryant out of Illinois, who's 6'3", Jayden Higgins, 6'4". So they like the bigger body guys. They feel like they need one on this offense, is my assumption. So do they just add another guy that's shorter on the roster? I don't know, but certainly a great weapon for Jayden Daniels, and it could work, right? I mean, but probably not the first pick for this regime. But it's interesting to see. I mean, maybe Luther Burden got a call from the Commanders. We're drafting you if you're there at 29, because who puts "let's do it" in someone's comment section? But this is Lion season, so maybe he's just trying to stir something up. Again, that's what players do. Probably is a tease after all, but I figured I'd talk about it, get some content out of this. Luther Burden, star wide receiver out of Missouri. Could he be a Commander? It's heating up. That's all I got for today, though. Hail to the Washington Commanders as always. Leave a like in this video, subscribe to the channel. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Peace.